Hey guys, it's Carnage6 back again with another review, and this time I'm reviewing this rare Korean Dragonball Kid Goku figure. I was really happy to find this figure on eBay because I've only seen maybe one picture of it on Dragon Ball Toys, and I was kind of wondering if I would ever be able to find it at all. Happily I did, and now I'm going to do a review about it. One thing you should know about Korean Dragon Ball figures, and this mainly goes for vintage figures, maybe not so much of the modern figures, but most of them are bootlegs, so they're not authorized by Toei or Bandai or anything like that. This figure is kind of a gray area. I don't know if it's legit or a bootleg because I can't read Korean, so I can't read, if there's any copyright on the box. If anyone out there can and you can tell me, I'd be greatly appreciated. So anyway, I'm just going to assume it's a bootleg figure, but again, I might be mistaken about that. Alright, so the first thing you notice about this figure is the packaging. It clearly says up here Super Battle Collection. Now I have two legit Super Battle Collection figures on both sides. As you can tell, it's not officially part of the Super Battle Collection line, but it is done in the style of Super Battle Collection. The same packaging, same picture of Goku from the anime, and a place to put the accessories. Now I think that's a really cool idea. Whether this is a bootleg or not, it'll fit in with your collection and it looks great in my opinion. Now when we turn it around and show you the back of the box, that's where things get really interesting. As you can see, I'm guessing that all of these pictures here are supposed to represent the figures in this line. Now it should be pointed out that I have never seen a picture of any other figure in this line. I've only seen a picture of this Goku figure, so for all we know, none of these figures were ever made. I'm really hoping to be proven wrong, and I hope that all of these figures were made, because that would be so awesome, and I would love to see what they look like, but at the time of this review, I can't verify that anything other than the Goku figure, which I'm reviewing here, was ever released. And as I remove the figure from the box, you can definitely tell that it is done exactly like the Super Battle Collection. As you can see, the Vegeta on the left is the real Super Battle Collection figure, and they're packaged in exactly the same way. You can also see that Goku comes with both his Dragon Ball and his staff, which is pretty cool. And as we take the figure out of the box, I have to say that I really do like the look of this figure. It is very simple, it is very old school, as you'd say, but I really enjoy that. Now I don't know if this figure came out recently or if it is a vintage figure, but it does look like a vintage Goku figure, like a Poppy or a really old Epoch figure, something like that. I gotta say, I'm quite impressed. Alright, so now for articulation, I can tell you there's going to be pretty much nothing. The head does not move. As you can see, there's no joint. The arms do move 360. Both of them. Well, if you can get it over his head. But you get the idea. There is no waist swivel. The tail does, well, it actually does have articulation, which I didn't know. So that spins 360. That's pretty cool. And there is no articulation in the legs, as you can tell. And now for accessories. So Goku comes with two accessories. One is his Dragon Ball, the 5-star Dragon Ball, and the other is his Power Pole. Now, try as I might, you can't really get the Power Pole to fit in his hand. Not really, but it is, as you can see, when you turn around, there is a hole here and a peg on this pole, and you're basically meant to put it in his back. And mine doesn't want to go. Ah, there we are. So yeah, I think that does look pretty cool. It would have been cool if he could hold it as well, but hey, I'm not complaining. Now the 5-star Dragon Ball, I don't know if you can get a look. It's basically a rubber bounce ball, one of those super bounce balls. But it does have the 5 stars in there. It does appear to be done with stickers, but the stickers are not on the top, so they won't come off. They're actually inside the ball, which is pretty cool. It is a bit messily done. As you can see, it's not exactly even, but it still looks pretty cool. Well guys, that's it for my review of this rare Korean Dragon Ball Kid Goku figure. I have looked the figure over. I can't find any copyright dates stamped into him on the figure itself, so I'm going to pretty much say this is a bootleg figure. Again, if you guys can read Korean and can prove me wrong, let me know, but yeah, it's probably bootleg. So this Goku figure is really great, or maybe I should call him Sunno Kong as it says on his box. But anyway, I do really love the sculpt. It's not a bad sculpt. For a bootleg figure, it's actually pretty amazing. I do love the old school look of this figure, the fact that it resembles old Epoch and Poppy figures from the early 80s. That is a big plus. There are some drawbacks. I mean, the Dragon Ball is obviously way too big for him. It's not in scale. Who cares? It looks cool. It's a neat little super bounce ball, so that's even better. The power pole, I would have liked if it could come out and be held in his hand for more posing options, but again, this is a very simple figure. You know, it's just not going to happen with a bootleg figure like this. And of course the articulation kind of sucks. It's basically the tail and the arms. But if you are like me and you like these weird bootleggy foreign figures, then by all means pick it up. I mean, just as a Goku figure, it does look great standing on your shelf. But if you're looking for high articulation, hyper-realistic sculpting, obviously you're not going to find that here. Anyway, I do recommend this figure if, like I said, you're into weird bootleg or odd foreign figures like me. So anyway, guys, that's all for my review. Leave a comment, leave a video response, and I'll see ya.